different. The process with Tommy was more, I spent so much time with Marshall, and you know, he was always badgering me and just being, I think he was like trying to get in character or something, because he'd always be like, hey Sam, you educated? Or you go to college? I didn't go to college. You educated? You know, and he'd just always get in my face, and he's a really good actor. But for him it was easy. Like I just heard him, and I watched him walk, and he was a lot easier for me. Janina was tougher, and I actually had her do this. I didn't do it with Tommy, but with Janina, I had her do the scenes. She offered, and I was like, no, don't worry about it. Then I thought, yeah, you better, yeah, let's do it. But you know, it was mostly just watching. I recorded all their scenes, and it was just watching their scenes over and over, and kind of trying to figure out the rhythms of their speech. Janina kind of has a little thing that she does sometimes. You know, with her, you know, like just little things like that. She's. I mean, again, I'm not making fun of her. Like, she's awesome, but that's the.
What about Skarsgård? You do a mean. He does a mean Skarsgård at table read.
Oh God, I don't know what to say. Well, sometimes Alexander, you know, people miss the read-throughs, and so I've just gotten assigned to read Alex all the time. And, what, God, man, God, what, like, yeah, he's very, I gotta think of something to say. I'm so terrible if I don't have something to say. But anyway, I do him, and, what? Oh, Smile, you're on Dragon TV. God, sucky, I don't know. Anybody can do that. But yeah, I mean, maybe in a dream sequence I'll get to do Alex sometime. You know, he'll turn into me. But yeah, I really, I love doing other. You know, maybe I'll get to do somebody else next year. It's a lot of fun. Carol.
Joe, this question is for you. And I know your little secret, you're a Marvel fan. So who will win between Wolverine and Alcide?
Wolverine has adamantium bones, adamantium plated claws, and well, they both have a healing factor to a degree. Oh man, that's a tough one, man. I'd say, oh God, you know what? Okay, here's how it would be. I want to see Alcide get kidnapped by the Weapon X program, put through the operation, and then we have a little comic book miniseries. I think that'd be the shit. But if he shifted, would the bones shift with the adamantium? You'd have to have like liquid adamantium coated bones so they can shift with the skeleton. Yeah. Sheila.
This question is for Sam. So you, as a shapeshifter, you can change it to anything, but you're kind of written to change it to sort of, you know, kind of boring animals, just the dog, the fly, the mouse, the hawk. If you could change it to, yeah.
The owl.
Yeah. It's
the wise old owl.
It's like, what, is there like a limitation, or like, why don't you shift into, you know, you could like shift into like a tiger, and what would you want to shift into?
Somebody, actually, it's funny, somebody came up to me yesterday and said, how come you should have shifted into a fly and then shifted into a whale and smashed people? We've never done that, where I'm an animal and then I go into another animal before I go into a human, you know? But what would be good? Like, what would be, what about the snake? That was pretty hardcore. That was scary, you guys. That was, when we shot, that was Steven's episode, and that was a real 10-foot cobra. And it was just right in the other room, and they had 3 people in there, and they had this this pretty old guy, he's about 70, and he was wrangling it, and that thing would come back at him, and I swear I thought he was going to get bitten. And they said, yeah, get out of the room, so everybody will be safe. And the first thing I did was look at the bottom of the doors, and there was like that much space. I mean, a snake, just because there's a door shut, what? It's not, I mean, and we were only, 10 feet, as the snake goes, so. But yeah, maybe they'll give me some, I don't know. You should, make a campaign of what animal I should turn into.
A dragon.
A dragon. Nelsan says a dragon. Right. The bull. What about, the bull was cool when I got to. Gators love marshmallows. Yeah, but I didn't turn into a gator. Yeah. But that's a good line. That's a really good line. You gotta remember. Carol.
What about body parts? Can't like shifters change? Can you change certain body parts? I was always curious about that. Like an arm or a leg. BDS. BD Sam. Sorry.
Hi, Joe. I was just wondering what it was like to be in a fight with Spider-Man.
It didn't go very well for me. It really sucks to be the first character in a superhero movie when that superhero just gets his powers and is experimenting with them for the first time. Kind of sucks. But I'll tell you the funny thing about that scene is, Sam Raimi is, not only is he a phenomenal director, like phenomenal, and genius, awesome, he's one of the funniest people you'll ever meet in your life, and he loves abusing actors. So, whenever I had food dumped on me in Spider-Man, that was Sam Raimi up on a little stepladder with a tray full of chocolate pudding and cream spinach going, whack, reset, whack, reset, whack. So, it sucked, but you know what? It's a paycheck. It's a living.
We are just about out of time, but before we go, Carrie Preston, it's your first Dragon Con. How's it been so far?
I've had a great time already. I mean, I was a virgin convention goer, but I'm glad I was able to lose my virginity right here in my home state.
Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for coming out, and we'll have another panel tomorrow.